G'day and welcome to Just Dave. Darktable is a open source photo editing program. It's really good. I've been using it for quite a few years for most of my photo work. However, I have found that it's got one little bugbear that I really find that it doesn't doesn't really tether that well with a Canon using the EOS utility when you put it onto Windows platform. So I haven't got a fix for that. So if you're looking for a fix, I haven't got that, but I do have a workaround that I was using. I do a fair bit of tethered studio shooting, and I just found that it's really handy to be able to see what you capture and have it pop up on the screen. So I was just going to go through my workaround for that today. If you do like this and you get something from it, please could you just subscribe to the channel, because there'll be a few more bits, and maybe like the video. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you. So anyway, I've just thought I'd go through it, what the issue is. The issue is when you've hooked up to your camera and everything's working well, you go mount camera and it comes up and it says failed to initialize, the Canon on the port causes locked, blah blah blah. You see that across the bottom very quickly there. So I thought, okay, let's bring up our EOS utility and see if that helps us at all. So I'm just going to crank that up now, and that's going to come up to the side here and load up, and let's go to remote shooting, thinking, oh, maybe I need to bring that in. I go to mount camera, and once again the same error, it's blocked or something. Tethering on this side, same problem. There's no camera supported for tethering, and that was a bit of a problem. I really needed the tethering I thought, to help me. But the workaround, I'll just jump straight to it so I don't just keep you gibbering on listening to me all day. You need to set this up so that Darktable looks at the same folder that the cameras from Canon EOS utility is shooting to. So if you go, for example, to the library and bring up the library, you can see here I've directed Darktable to the pictures library, and there's no pictures to import, so it's a bit silly there. So I'm just going to not even worry about that anymore. But as long as we know it is looking at this pictures folder. So from there, I can then crank up my EOS utility because the camera's on, running, ready to go. And when this comes up, the first thing that will happen is I need to go to Preferences, go to the Destination folder, and straight in Pictures. I've already been there and set that up. So we need to make sure that the Darktable and the utility are both looking at the same folder. Now, if we can get that bit right, the next bit, when we go to remote shooting, something absolutely wonderful happens. If you're, let's just click the button, take a picture, and you'll see, just to show that it does work, that's going to pop up now, and I've just set up a little thing there, and here it comes, and there's the little picture I've taken. So something a little bit different to look at. However, if you wanted to, because I know that in some other software programs you can actually have presets and things like that ready to roll. This is no different to that. I can set up a preset or a style, if you like, and go quick access down here. So let's say I want to do a bit of a really horrible one that is not going to suit this picture at all, but there's something that I've done in a previous one to give us a nice, sort of bit of a look up on that one. So you can sort of get an idea how things are going to look when they come through. I'm not sure if it can be automated. I haven't gone down that pathway so far. Possibly it can, but I haven't actually looked at that. So anyway, guys, that's your workaround. Just make sure Darktable and the Canon EOS utility are looking at the same folder. And if you do that, just let's get another picture. Something does change when you take a second one. Instead of it opening up in the application where you can see it in Darkroom, here it comes. It does default back to Light Table rather than Darkroom, and you need to highlight your image and then go to Darkroom to bring that up. Then you can apply your filter and things. So a little bit of a workaround there. If you're not worrying about applying filters and stuff, you can actually, if you want to see it larger, you can just show me it as a full thing by just creating only one thumbnail in the light table part. Just a thought, there is a fix that does work on some brands of cameras. I haven't had any success whatsoever on the Canon. It's called Zadig, and if you go and look up the fixes on the internet for this, you'll find it recommends you download this software that runs and changes drivers and things like that, I guess. However, I found that when I put that on, it did allow my camera to connect to Darktable. But when I took an image, it came up as a grey box with a cross in it. So I didn't find Zadig to work that well. Didn't work at all, actually. So that's why I sort of looked around for a workaround. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, and hopefully it's helped you in some way, yeah, and if you could remember to subscribe and maybe tick the like button, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thanks, guys.